Hi there, I'm Matt Keene. Welcome to Creating a Future We Want. This is a new series, the Civilization Mapping series. So sort of an introduction. By way of introduction, I have always been confused. I'm thinking I could line up a lot of people that don't have any trouble with that statement. I wouldn't even go as far as to say there were particular things that confused me when I was little and now, but I'm particularly talking about in my formative years. But kind of everything. I couldn't even pull it apart into this is confusing and that's confusing and I don't understand what's going on there and I didn't understand anything. Nothing made any sense to me. I remember this sensation so distinctly, so clearly. This perpetual perplexion, if that's not a word, it should be, because it's so close to one. In 2008, I was sitting outside of a coffee shop called Murky Coffee, and I was journaling. I do a lot of journaling, some parts of my life multiple times a day, other times not every day, but I'm usually writing every day. So I was reflecting on my life. This was an important sort of point. I was just, 30 years old, and I was writing about my hometown. I was writing about sort of where I grew up, and I was writing about my ancestry and my family and family history, what I knew of it. And it was apropos sitting outside of Murky Coffee. Excellent coffee. It's not called that anymore because the dude who owned it got railed for tax evasion, something like that. I'm like, wow, that's probably a lot of money in the coffee business, or maybe not so much, and that's why. So I had this moment, this revelatory moment. Oh my gosh, I get it. I had one of these things happen that you hear about. And I was thinking about like how I know things, like where all of the information systems that exist that are funding my knowledge, the information that is available to me that I'm using. And I got to this point where I was like, there is no information about the system about the most important things in the world, like the most powerful forces on Earth in the universe right now. And I had come to this place where I was thinking about human values. The things that are literally shaping the face of the earth. Where people are in the mode, geologists in the mode of talking about maybe we should name this the Anthropocene. Because humans have so changed Earth in such a short period of time that far into the future, millions of years, you'll be able to see what we were doing to the Earth if you cut a big slice out of it. And that's one of the marks of how geologists separate periods or epochs or whatever it's called. So then I thought, oh well, you can't. Okay, we have no information system that is useful, accessible, and credible about human values. But you can't inventory. You can't build an architecture of human values, of course, because what the heck are they? And then I got to think, well, maybe it's more of like a matter of resolution. Maybe you could say the same thing about geographic information systems. Well, you can't inventory geography, but of course we can, and we've gotten better and better over the years. We can, here's a landmass or body of water, but maybe we haven't mapped every single grain of sand on Earth or every microbe if we were looking at biological forms. So maybe it's a matter of resolution. And I also thought, well, maybe we already have inventoried them, but in an indirect way somehow in our culture, in our ways of doing things. This series is going to explore some of these questions and what an information system for human values might be, how we might make them more transparent. that's what we're going to be talking about. The other series called Missing the Fruit for the Ladder is a little story, sort of as a metaphor about this topic. My name is Matt Keene. Thank you for visiting Creating a Future We Want, the Civilization Mapping series. What's your vision for a future of transparency of human values?